Hello and welcome to 2023 governorship elections. I am Precious Chukudi. Of course, we're looking at all that transpired yesterday in various states and how the people are actually doing, what is going on there. We have our correspondents across different states that conducted elections yesterday. We're starting off with our first correspondent, and it's Egufe. He's our correspondent from Rivers State. Egufe, can you hear me? Egufe, can you hear me? All right, kindly give us your report from all that transpired in Rivers State yesterday.
Okay. So we had a chat yesterday, and I told you that at the start of it, it was a bit peaceful. Material came in a bit late, but by 10, 11, most of the places have started receiving election material, and voting has started in earnest. We also had the comment from some key personalities, political leaders, and candidates who spoke. The governor of the state did say, after voting in his ward at about 11, that the INEC has tried better than it did in 25th of February. But then you also had the former minister of transportation, Rotimi Amechi, actually write INEC and the security operative for conduct. He had some misgiving about the system, but voted anyway and expecting the result. But it was not until later in the day that we started hearing some irregularities in places. You may have read in the news that in Ogoni, about two persons were feared killed in crisis in that area, and around the Emoha local government in Ikwere area, about three persons were feared killed. And then in the night of yesterday, the APC campaign spokesman Sogbeye Eli also reported that one of his coordinators in Ahoda area was also killed. So it has been another bloody Saturday for elections in Rivers State. We did say yesterday that Rivers is notorious for being one of the hotbeds of election violence in the country. We were just hoping that with Rivers, everybody will come out calm and vote and leave, and then we start waiting for the result. But that is how it ended yesterday. It was a tragic one. About six persons feared killed, but the process must continue. Also no. And then in Degema and Saritoru, voting could not be held, and INEC, the resident electoral officer, the commissioner here, had to shift the post till today. The issue was that when they got there, voters noticed that there were no result sheet and other sensitive material, and they insisted that they must have them. And then the EOs were not also on ground. They insisted that they must see those things, see the personnel that will conduct the election. So there was resistance. When they wanted to set up, they didn't allow them. They had to move, all the adults had to move their materials and go back to base. And by evening of yesterday, the rec for Rivers State, Dr. Sinikem, had to shift the post in a statement he made to today. So we expect that in Asaritoru and parts of Degema, there will be the election will be run there today. And then, but right now we are at the State Collation Center inside the INEC Rivers State headquarters, and we are just waiting. We are seeing the movement. Yes, one or two local government may have strolled in with their results, probably ready, waiting for presentation. But when the state collation officer, the rec, and other persons, security personnel that are supposed to be at the high table where the presentations will be made are yet to arrive. So we are just inside the collation room now, waiting for what will happen next.
All right, what time were they supposed to get to the collation room?
Okay, I can tell you that there is no specific time. We've been on INEC since yesterday, wanting them to be specific on when collation will start. there has been no response. They are not responding to. They will not be responding to that question. So some of us now had to just come. We don't want to be caught unguarded, so we had to come. Just waiting in the room. The electronics people are setting in their cameras. They are waiting, and we are just seated there waiting for the officials to arrive.
Hmm. Yesterday, some of the things that we did see was, profound voter apathy and also voter suppression. Did you see some of that in Rivers State?
Take take that again.
So I said one of the things that we did notice yesterday
Take
was,
that.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Take that again. I just want to get that clear again.
All right. Okay. So I said one of the things that we did notice,
Can you take that again?
yes, one of the things that we did notice was profound voter apathy and voter suppression. Was that very eminent in Rivers State too?
Okay. You mean voter suppression?
Yes. Was that eminent in Rivers State too?
Suppression. Okay, okay. I did mention something yesterday when we had a rundown of what is happening playing out, and we did say there was apparent apathy in the voting yesterday. Unlike the experience we had in 25th February, where a lot of people came out to exercise their franchise, but there was clear apathy. A lot of the places people hardly come out. By they started late, but by 12, a lot of the places footfalls into the polling unit have stopped. People have stopped coming, and some of them stopped and counted early and present and left with the result. So what happened yesterday was there were cases of suppression. Really, you find some people who said they cannot go to polling unit to vote because the day before there were persons posing as town criers going about the various community and announcing that if you do not want to vote for a particular party, you should not come out to vote. And that scared a lot of people. That was what was on the news for many persons yesterday in the evening as the reports in the election were coming in. People were coming out to say won't come out to vote. You saw the man we talked to yesterday who also expressed the same concern. He shared the personal experience and said in his own place where he is resident, people came out and were announcing, coming out that if you do not want to vote for, in fact, he was specific. If you don't want to vote for PDP, don't come out. That was what they were saying. Don't come out to vote. And that was the experience. So people believe a lot that may have scared a lot of people from coming out to exercise their franchise. And then on the field, there was also that feeling of suppression, and that is what created a lot of the crisis that led to those deaths. Where a particular party feel that some talk has come, wanting to give advantage to a particular party, either to cut voting materials away or to disrupt the voting process. There were reprisals, that there were responses from the other parties, and that led to the crisis that created the tragedy that we had yesterday, where we are being made to believe that up to about 5 or 6 persons died in yesterday's exercise. So that's the situation. So clearly there was intimidation of voters, and that induced apathy that we had yesterday. Aside the fact that some people deliberately stayed away because they believe they voted on the 25th of February and their results didn't count. That's also a perception that also induced the voter apathy yesterday.
Hmm. What's the general mood of the people looking at how the election panned out in Rivers State?
Okay, the general mood is the way everywhere is calm now. The area is calm, but there are indications that some aggrieved parties may stage a protest to the INEC office where we are now. There are indications that some aggrieved party may stage a protest. If you see the statement and social media posts of some of the key actors in the various parties, there is powerful anger among the populace, and it is possible that some persons may stage protests to some of the centers. And where it will really peak, where that will happen is as we begin to get the result, local government by local government, they will be getting the feelers too. And we just hope it will not get to a stage where some parties will feel so aggrieved and they can't contain their anger, and they may come to the INEC office with a process. You remember that the day before the election, key candidates of major leading political party, the candidate of APC, the candidate of SDP, the candidate of Accord, and two others, I guess, governorship candidate, staged a protest to the state police command headquarters in Rivers State, alleging that the ruling PDP was going out, being helped by the police to intimidate their members, to intimidate their candidates, to intimidate their supporters before we had the election. So we are hoping that the collation starts in earnest so that before anything bad happens, they would have gone far. But we expect that there could be protests today in different parts of the state.
Mm. All right, thank you so much, Egufe, for your report in Rivers State. We'll connect with you later to find out how the collation process is going on. Also, remember that you can equally like,
Thank
share,
you very
and
much.
subscribe on all our social media platforms that are showing on your screen. For you to find out up-to-date stories, go to our website, www.vanguardngra.com, to find out more. I am Precious Chukudi, and thank you for watching.